the Church of Scientology is so afraid of.
This is SPTV.
Welcome, everybody, for a Monday Night Live SPTV chat with a whole new crew tonight.
Hey.
Okay, we have on the top right, we have Kelli Copter. Hold on, let me get my little special banners here. We have Kelli Copter.
Hello, landing.
On the bottom left, we have Jackson on YouTube as Gary Jackson Morehead.
Hello, everyone. I don't know if that's too loud, but hello, everyone.
You sound fine. And on the bottom right, we have Janis from the channel Our Scientology Stories, Peeling the Onion.
G'day, everyone from Las Vegas.
Okay, and I have seen some people in the chat wondering what the hell is going on. Where is our SPTV crew? Mike is out of commission at the moment, getting some treatment for his cough that everyone has noticed has been sticking around for a long time. And the Headleys are traveling out of town for the holidays. And so, you know what? That's why it's so awesome that we have so many SPTV channels. Always good to have an opportunity to introduce everyone to more folks. And but let's start out with a little bit of an introduction. So Janis, the viewers of my channel have seen may have seen our interview. So Janis, tell everyone real quick. You worked with L. Ron Hubbard back on the Sea Org flagship Apollo. Tell everyone your the nutshell version of your history. And, yeah.
Okay, I was born into Scientology at the age of 11. I ended up on the Royal Scotsman, later named the Apollo. From the age of 12, I started as a Commodore's messenger, one of the very original ones. And I worked with L. Ron Hubbard 6 hours a day for the next 11 years, unless I was on a mission or liberty. And then, so I was in the SEAL for 22 years as a Commodore's messenger. And I left August 1990 and haven't turned back.
Excellent.
And I was there for that day too, wouldn't I, Janet?
Oh, let me introduce my first son, Jackson. Paul and I were Jackson's legal guardians when he was 14 years old. Yep.
Yeah.
No.
That's who I was legally signed over to, is Janis and Paul.
No way.
Yep.
Oh my
of which
God.
I immediately was put on to watch Janis.
Wow.
So, Jackson, do you want to pull your mic closer to your face? Where is it?
It's right here in front of me. I was just having fun with getting close and personal on the microphone. That's all.
I mean, you might actually. I mean, the sound quality to me sounds great, but it's always amazing how much better it sounds when mics do get closer to faces.
Well, does it sound too far and tinny or okay?
It sounds totally great to me.
Like I said, I was just playing around the my sexy voice there.
If mine comes into frame, it actually defocuses sometimes. I don't know if it actually will now. Yeah, like it defocuses from my actual face.
So yeah, back to the thing. Janis was basically my my mother. So was her sister Janis, and Paul was my dad.
So now hold on, you gotta give me more information. So you were 14, but how old were you, Janis, when you were his legal guardian?
Probably in my late 20s.
Oh, okay. Well, you look so damn young. I wouldn't have guessed you were 15 years older than Jackson.
Oh, I'm more than that.
Wow. What they got out there in Vegas?
And the funny thing is, just as a side note, my dad lives literally 5 minutes one direction to Janis, 5 minutes the direction to Terry. Smack middle. Right. Not by plan, by default. Incredible. Anyways.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, so Janis is at the international base. Up comes Jackson popping up there at 14 years old. You become his legal guardian. Jackson, tell everyone your history working at the international base and with David Miscavige.
I basically was already staffed down in Los Angeles, was informed that I was being brought up to the base as part of the construction crew to help build the Star of California, as crews were needed to do a special project. Once I arrived, found out what it was, but a special project was needed and I was being included in that. So I went through my process. I was transported in the good old Ford Econoline brown van under the cover of darkness around at midnight, and arrived in the middle of I think it was in May of '82 when I arrived. And literally was there from day one, the day we broke ground on the building of the Star of California. And Janis just so happened to be doing messed work or doing construction work at the time, and aside and her husband, ironically, but I was doing that and doing watch while digging holes or pouring concrete or whatever. So, and I basically quickly ended up in security in later '82 and remained in security, working as a security guard up through watch chief, and then eventually a security chief in 1990. And I remained a security chief from 90 to 96 when my badge was ripped off my shirt, and I spent 365 days routing out and left the Sea Org from the imp base.
Wow. So here's a question relating to what we're talking about here. So members just signed their children over to an adult on the ship. Let's explain this.
Yeah, we weren't on a ship. We were at the international headquarters out in, so we don't confuse people. Hemet is a nearby city. Golden Era Productions property, Gilman Hot Springs, geographically, is located just outside the actual city of San Jacinto, nestled in the foothills of Mount San Jacinto. And that is where we were. There was a replica of a clipper ship that was built. It was designed and thus built to increase the local relations, the interactions with the local communities. So we didn't look so facetious, because up to that point, big suspicions, they thought we'd made porno movies out there. Dead serious. You remember that, Janis?
Why did they think that?
Because it was just all secretive, and that was the local talk amongst town, that's what we did. We actually, I used to fend off, we used to have actors that drive all the way to Los Angeles, pull up to my gate anticipating to be let through to begin their illustrious porn career.
No.
Only to be turned around. Numerous times, yeah.
I've never heard this story.
Oh, yeah. See, I got some deets, peeps.
Saucy.
Yeah, no, Saucy's right, especially as a young Sea Org member. Porn.
Whoa, don't say it so many times. Come on now.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to jeopardize nobody here, but yeah, I don't know what. Oh, yeah. So it was I don't know what led us into that thing.
I don't know.
At Golden Era Studios.
Yeah, Golden Era Studios, and then growing up into security. So yeah, I just started holding watch early on and did security stuff and got trained and got introduced to all the bigwig church attorneys, and was defending against all the local media attacks, the helicopter attacks, the producing and generating the security drills that everybody came to know, and us running and hiding inside buildings because there's helicopters and media outside. And there was a lot of, back in the day, there was a lot of effort to find L. Ron Hubbard. And we used to get trained, and literally they bring a camera, a full-size movie camera out of Cine and stick it on our face just to train us and get us used to. In the Scientology world, they bull bait us on it, but they stick a camera in your face and go, "Where's L. Ron Hubbard?" And I'd have to get past on being able to stand up and not lose my cool or say the wrong thing, say the robotic answer. And
what was that? What did you have to say?
I have no idea. I just open and close gates. What? A tagline that was attached to me for just those few months, but then when our videos were made for us so kindly after the aftermath, that's what they said, that's all I did the entire time, was just open and close gates. Isn't that what I did, Janis? Just open and close gates? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So it was very interesting, very, very, very much thrown in my face. A little 14, 15-year-old boy thrown right into adulthood and burdened and saddled with tremendous responsibilities from that perspective. As somehow I found myself one of the few trusted guards to be on the front lines, such as in the security booths that were up and down along the highway. Not all guards qualified to be there. So real quick, one question that I have is, did you say that at one point after Janis was assigned to be your guardian, you were then assigned to
she was underwatched. You had to watch her.
Yeah, this was in the first few months that I arrived to the base when I was actually working on the ship up until its completion. Janis Janis was also working on the ship. For what reason to this day, I don't know why she was there.
Well, because I kept becoming disaffected.
Yeah, and she was basically going against the grain. I wasn't. I didn't witness any of that colorful aspect of Janis. She supposedly was labeled as disaffected. I was just instructed to watch her. And Janis.
But real quick, Janis, because when you're up there at this point, you're getting disaffected. You're getting assigned to labor. But what was your post at the time?
Yeah.
At one point, I did special projects for LRH at that time. Well, before doing staff pay and doing executive resources. So I knew everyone's qualifications. And I started mouthing off about the new people coming up not being qualified. And so I was put on special programs, and then I was action, and against direct orders, I fired a mission into CMO Gold, Commodore's Messenger or Gold. And
So you're in CMO Int at this point.
Oh yeah.
Which,
yeah.
Okay.
By the way, Aaron, just so you know, this was a very early developmental stages of the Int base.
Mm-hmm.
What Janis is referencing and what I've been talking to up to this point was Int management, the head of Scientology's structure, occupying an old hot springs resort. And all the buildings still had TVs and beds and, motels, hotels. They were all the old pink and white buildings. They had hot springs, mud tubs up in some of the buildings. It was very, very crude, very raw, very adventurous at the same time. But there's the outlook. If you just drove by, it looked like a hot springs or a golf course.
Yeah, I get it. So, I understand it's the early stages. It's got, it's totally different, today, and with all the, I'm sure all the organizations that are there today weren't even the same organizations that were really there back then. So, but you're a 14-year-old brand new Int staff member being assigned to watch Terry, Janis.
Janis.
Janis, yeah. Janis, how did you put up with this?
We were slinging mud. We were laying concrete.
Yeah, we were working together, and he was just keeping an eye on me. It was Paul and I working together. And then you cut you off.
Shelly was there. It was you and Shelly initially. I was watching you and Shelly. And the three of us laid that sidewalk on the north side of the ship between the villas and that really long sidewalk.
Shelly Miscavige?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
She was under watch. She was under watch as well.
By me.
Yeah. Well, that's because I had fired the mission that ended up getting her busted.
And I never knew.
So she ended up working with me on the decks with Jackson.
Was she already married to Dave?
Yes.
Yeah.
So even at that time, being married to Dave did not afford her protection. She was busted onto the decks.
Yeah, because Dave was in LA and Shelly was at CMO Gold and I was at CMO Int. And my brother was indicating to me he was leaving and fed up with how Shelly was running things from the Commodore's Messenger org. So I went into the CO, John Nelson, and I said, I'm firing an observation mission in to find out what Shelly's doing. And he said no, because he didn't want to have to deal with Dave if anything came up. So that's when I said, well, with or without your permission, I am firing that obs mission. And I walked out. And I fired the obs mission and I got busted the next day. But the missionaire found enough dirt on Shelly to get her busted and joining me on the decks.
Very cool. Some exciting stuff. Now, guys, as we're sitting here right now, I am reminded, I can't remember if I introduced Kelly yet. I think I must have, right? Did I not? Kelly, did I not?
No, that's okay. It's fine.
Oh, my God. So disrespectful. Okay. I could have sworn
I stayed up past midnight for you, Aaron.
I said it on the right. We have Kelli Copter. So Kelli, you and I did an interview on my channel as well. Did we not? Did we?
We did. Yes. Your that channel interview we did was my comeback to YouTube after a year hiatus. So yeah, it was awesome to talk to you on there, and yeah, I was kind of scared as well though, because I'd watched your videos for a while and I was like, oh my God, I'm talking to Aaron tonight.
And so
cool.
Kelli was born into Scientology. Your story is super interesting because you were born into Scientology, and yet how do you describe it?
I describe it as I was born as a sort of evil child, allegedly. I was branded an SP when I was 6 years old after I failed a security check. Who knows what I said or did? I think Mark and Claire was talking about the e-meters and how they're made by children and how they can kind of get all messed up and stuff. But whatever happened, I failed miserably on that test. And I was declared, I was declared not officially a suppressive person. And my parents had to handle or disconnect from me. So they were looking at adoption, boarding schools, all sorts, or they could choose to deal with me at home. Which is what they did. So it was pretty much weekly, I think, that I was doing OW write-ups and being e-metered, having to reveal my evil intentions from really when I was really little. And I found it quite, it was really scary. And they didn't end. Like, they went for hours and hours and hours until I basically said, oh, yes, I want to ruin your business and your marriage and destroy Scientology. That was the right answer that I had to come to. So, we had a very difficult relationship. And they kicked me out of the house when I was 16. And I've been on my own ever since. I didn't really want to look at Scientology again, to be honest, because it was just such a horrible kind of thing in my childhood. But my dad got in touch with me after like 10 years of us not talking. And I then started asking him some questions because I was like, if we're talking, man, I got some questions for you about this stuff. And we got in touch, and then I decided to share the story because I thought there's so much horrible stuff going on with people that have left Scientology, been trafficked by Scientology, all of it. And I was like, right, I'm coming out and I'm saying something. That's it in a little nutshell.
I remember there was a part, because you had done this series of like 5 or 6 videos in Scientology that were so incredibly well done and edited and produced, and the production quality on them was fantastic. And I remember the part of your story where you were talking about, I think it was your mom and her trying to get rid of your body thetans. And I remember thinking,
yes.
I remember going,
my dad.
Your dad. I remember going, God, there must be some part of this story that's being misunderstood or misremembered because you were so young. And then we talked about it in the interview, and it turns out that even for Scientologists, your parents were kind of crazy.
Yeah, they're like squirrely squirrels, I guess, and my dad had done like OT3 and stuff, so he had all the knowledge, he had the knowledge, he had the info, and he was like, I know how I can deal with this. I can get rid of those BTs myself. And and did a sort of, I describe it as an exorcism, and I think the description of it would be the same. It was basically like he was yelling in this like tone 40 thing, like super loud, yelling at my BTs to go away. And I asked him, like, what do you mean though? Like, what does that mean? And he said, basically, we thought there was an evil personality in you, and that if we did this exorcism, then a nice one would take its place, essentially. Have
you guys ever heard of such a thing, Janis and Jackson?
Well, I'm sorry, Janis, go right ahead.
No, go ahead, Jackson.
There was a couple of people that were under the back early in the days that were under the introspection rundown, isolated from everybody, under watch, put in an environment to be all by themselves, that were for days on end. There was a young girl that did that out at Happy Valley early on, and then there was an adult that we had to set up in the mountains, up in what we know to be now up in Crestline area, and we rented a cabin up there.
But Jackson, when you say did that all day long, do you mean the introspection rundown, or someone trying to get rid of their BTs?
She she was yelling and screaming at herself to get them out of her body. Yeah. And it was a weird thing as a young little guy to be witnessing this and not knowing what to do, but just as long as I was able to see her, that's all that mattered. So let her do what she chose. It was truly a psychotic event for these two people. And the one, she tried to harm herself, all sorts of stuff. It just was really, my only thing that kicks in my mind was, as you said, like an exorcist, she was trying to do that upon herself.
So that must have been someone who was already OT3 at least, and for some reason was being put onto the introspection rundown.
I couldn't tell you what her case level was.
But my point is you don't know about BTs unless you're OT3.
Right.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm saying it now that's what she was spewing out of her mouth. But yeah, back then I was just young and dumb. And what go ahead.
I knew of a mother whose daughter was really sick, and the mother was OT3. So she would put herself on the e-meter to audit the BTs out of her daughter.
So it does happen. It does.
Yes, sweetheart. The nutness started a long time ago, and it continues strong to this day.
But I do want to say something about Kelli being an SP at 6 years old. Kelli, just be thankful you weren't on the Royal Scotsman at 6 years old and made and told you're an SP. We had a 6-year-old that was put in the chain locker because she was an SP, and it was Hubbard who said she was the SP and put her there.
You know what? I think I've heard that story.
You were in the chain locker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
No. Terrible stuff like that.
Yeah.
That is absolutely crazy. Tell you what, let's start jumping into some of these comments, and I'm sure that will lead us to some other stories and anecdotes. Yeah. By the way, I have bobbleheads here. We're gonna do the giveaways. And since we started a little late, but I want to kind of stick to our schedule. What do you think, guys? Should we do our first giveaway at 30-minute stream time or 30-minute by the clock if we had started at 7? What do you guys prefer? What do you guys think?
Well,
any preference?
Go by the clock.
Let's consider all the people that were waiting. So there was
by the clock, 1 minute.
Yeah. Okay, good. So by the clock. And I think I have bobbleheads, but I don't have. It's the only thing I have to do giveaways with. Bobbleheads are fine, right? Everyone loves bobbleheads.
You can give away one of my books later on.
Yeah.
Aaron?
I got an In-N-Out hat. Somebody want an In-N-Out hat?
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do at the very end. We'll do more than one. We'll do we'll do a bobblehead. We'll do a book. We'll do how about that? Okay, guys. So listen, it's 7:30 p.m. Eastern on the dot right now. Here's how we're going to do this giveaway. I'll do the first one, and then we'll do the. You guys can help me with the later ones. I'm going to randomly select someone who is presently commenting in the live chat. Burn that sucker up right now. You're going to get a bobblehead. Bobble me. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Sally De Silva the Fifth. Or Sally De Silva B. I don't know.
Literally, I was like, I saw something Delvoni on there. I thought that was if you were going to pick that, just the Bud Light reference. Somebody has a name on here.
Oh yeah, let's not mention anything political on the stream, please, for the love of God. Okay, Sally De Silva, message me at growingupinscientology@gmail.com and send me the address. I'll send you a Mike Rinder bobblehead. Okay, by the way, I see someone asking, are all the chats combined? Yes, all of the chats are combined from Jackson's channel and Janis's channel and Kelly's channel and my channel. We can see them on the back end all together. Yes. Fantastic. Okay, so let's see, where were we at? Oh yeah, we were going to start hitting some of these comments here. So let's see. Katie. Oh, someone, what? Someone say something?
I just said, let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. Katie O'Regan, fangirling that Kelly is here too. I converted my boyfriend to SPTV and he loves the ABC of Cults videos. Oh, is that one of yours, Kelly's?
Yeah, so I've just done, she's just said as well, he was so sad when C hadn't come out yet. Yes, I owe you C. I owe you the letter C. I'm so sorry. It will be out soon. basically it's like a series where each week I cover a different cult and we're going through the alphabet. So we're on the letter C at the moment. But yeah, that's what's happening. I promise it will be up soon. I've been a bit busy this week, but I'm on it. You will see it shortly.
That
Funny how we
is
got our own normal lives, right?
that is
true.
awesome. All right, Jen W with a super sticker. Thank you so much. Patriot C with a super sticker. Deb Pistol says, I write, "Where is Shelly?" on all my mail envelopes.
Wow.
That's
Well,
cool.
That's probably very confusing for whoever's getting those.
It's the secret
exactly.
message, buddy. I wouldn't say they're gonna remember that. It's that little seed. What the hell was that? One day
I
they're gonna
wonder if
see it on
I
TV.
wonder if she's referring to, like, some people are on Scientology's mailing list and they get the business return envelopes and
Oh, yeah,
stuff,
good
and
point.
they'll send them back in with Aftermath Foundation cards. But it would be pretty funny if you write, "Where is Shelly?" on the business return envelopes and send them back in.
Yeah, just
At this point, I'm willing to bet a current Scientologist has no idea who Shelly Miscavige is, has no idea that David Miscavige is married. He does wear a wedding ring, though. So, like, but honestly, do you guys think anyone
That's
has
even
even?
weirder.
Janice,
I
you
know.
know what that means.
Do you think
It's
there's
even
anyone in
weirder with his
Scientology-
wedding ring and his missing wife. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Do you think anyone in a Scientology organization even knows the name Shelly Miscavige at this point?
Oh yeah, they just don't have the balls to ask about her.
Well,
That's
there's
the
a lot
problem.
of people sitting on the fence or under the radar, and they know about it, and now talk about it.
Everybody here watching that's under the radar, absolutely. Their
Yeah,
heart's
but-
broken, I can guarantee it.
But guys, I mean, she disappeared sometime around 2005. That's 18 years ago.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And when I say disappeared, I mean, she hasn't been on org lines for 18 years now. You think people know her name? I know I say people. I guess I mean the class 5 world. I mean, the people, like, there is a whole generation of Scientologists who have no idea who Shelly Miscavige is. It's incredible. Janis, we've helped people. The Aftermath Foundation has helped people leave the Sea Org who
Right.
had never heard of Heber Jensch.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
that
then
is flippin'
you've
strange.
got people who haven't heard of Shelley
Yeah.
either. Yeah.
Well, and can I ask the age of that individual?
20s, late 20s,
Okay.
early 30s.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean they joined well after Janice and I left. So
Yeah,
yeah.
so you're probably right. They probably haven't heard of her.
Okay, I'll agree
Yeah.
on that.
All right, here's one. Jacob Harkey, can you explain how the Watchdog Committee fits into the executive strata? I think Mike was WDC OSA and CO OSA Int. Someone's been doing their homework.
Yeah, boy.
At the same time, is that typical for WDC members to hold posts inside and outside of WDC? Oh, I love this question. Janice, I'm going to leave this one to you while I fix my
Yeah.
light.
Okay. All right. The Watchdog Committee was supposed to be the top of all management, and they were supposed to oversee the executive strata, which was run by the executive director international, ED Inc., which was Guillaume Lezeuf when I was there. But the Watchdog Committee were over sectors, as in the Sea Org sector, the Scientology sector, the Mission Network, OSA, that type of breakdown. I was over SMI, the Mission Network, and Celebrity Center for a while. And before I left, shortly before I left, I was the Deputy Watchdog Committee Chairman. So we were the top of the line. We ran all management. So under us was the executive strata. Under that was the Flag Bureau, who did the management of the continental organizations, who then ran the orgs.
And to add, assuming that you're done, Janice.
Yes, go ahead.
Part of the question is, I think Mike was WDC OSA and CO OSA Int at the same time. There were people who were special in Dave's eyes, and organizationally, was by default the only person to be put in such as a WDC OSA position would be Mike Rinder. Nobody else was trusted to do it. So Mike literally one day on the 15th would be CO OSA Int, and on the 16th he would be WDC OSA, but still holding CO OSA Int from above. And the written communications and interactions internally would be done under his responsibility as CO OSA Int, and then he would turn around and and send an order as WDCOSA. So he was basically double-hatted, wearing two responsibilities at the same time. Not everybody did it. Only certain people that had their fingers, what I call in the goo of Scientology, that would do that. Heber Gents always was the president of Scientology. He never found himself in it, but Mark Yeager would be another one who would have been in WDC. His job acted as the WDC chairman and COCMO. So,
but those are the same post.
Yeah, those are the same.
Yeah, but on paper, you would, not knowing, you would think there's two different positions.
Yeah, but that's different because OSA was a much lower echelon. And the reason that Rinder would be holding both would be a psychosis of Miscavige,
yes.
Who, as you said, he thinks only Rinder can do that rather than getting someone put on that job and trained and had it to do it. But that was not something that would have been considered on policy.
I really thought that when Mike was put on to WDC OSA that Kurt Weiland became CO OSA INS. You really think he was holding both posts at the same time?
Oh, I in the SP files, it's all over where Mike was the acting temporary WDC OSA, acting temporary COCMO.
Okay, good. Okay, good. The last little thing I'll say to this, and then we'll move on, is that one of the other main reasons, just organizationally, that it would be almost unheard of to be holding a WDC post and a normal Scientology post at the same time is WDC is part of CMO, and CMO people don't hold non-CMO posts unless it's a mission. You can't even say that's held from above, because held from above would be a higher echelon within Scientology management. It wouldn't be CMO. CMO is senior and separate from Scientology management, technically speaking. And so honestly, it's almost unheard of for what Mike was doing there to be that way. And it's like Janis said, it's Miscavige's psychosis that he couldn't trust anybody other than Mike to do this. So on the one hand, he wants to beat Mike up and tell him what an incompetent POS he is. But on the other hand, he's the only one who can be trusted to do it. So he's got to do it all,
Right.
Yeah. Church management structure was a flavor of the day for Dave.
Yeah.
That's
what
it was.
All right. Very, very cool. Next one here. Jerry Nodine, a.k.a. Sarasota Jerry. Doesn't David Miscavige have a brother, Ronnie Jr., who left Scientology? Does he not speak out because of some agreement he signed? I got to tell you, Janis, do you have input on this?
Well, I just saw Ronnie. I stayed with him for 2 days back in March of this year. And he's doing really well. There is no signed agreement or anything. He just, he considers he has no siblings. It's just him. Yeah. Because he's fed up with the stuff that's gone on with his brother and his sisters.
And again, another individual handled with velvet gloves by Dave. Anything and everything that happens to Ronnie, his brother, has to be authorized by Dave. So if Dave says leave him alone, everybody runs away, leaves him alone. And that's most likely.
They haven't left him alone. They have harassed him, but he's just...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, leave him alone in terms of don't write it declared, yada, yada, yada. But
yeah. So, I mean, that's honestly, Janis, what's always confused me a little bit is I thought the reason he wasn't speaking out is because he didn't want, Scientology to go public and try to embarrass him with stuff. And yet they've done it anyway. I was like, anything I thought he was trying to prevent from getting out there, Scientology's already put out there. So other than Ronnie just wanting to move on with his life and not wanting the drama, I have wondered. Like I said, they've already done everything they could do to you. I guess they could try to really energetically destroy his business. And they're not
totally. Yeah. And that's why he just keeps plugging away, because he is very, very successful. When I showed up, he showed me all his plaques and awards he'd just gotten for 2022. And he had maybe about 20 of them on the table. He's doing very well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Great to hear it. Maisie Barnett, will we see videos of other, I guess this means Aftermath Foundation board members? So guy, let's see. Luis Garcia is the president. Now, Luis Garcia doesn't really want to just be doing stuff about Scientology in general. But I have asked him, I said, Luis, because Luis, when he was in Scientology, got up through OT8. I said, Luis, I'd love to do an interview with you and pick your brain about OT level stuff and OT8 stuff. And as a public Scientologist, how you thought about all that as it was happening. And he's expressed some interest in doing that. So hopefully we'll see some Luis Garcia content there. You guys already get Mark Headley content. You already get Claire Headley content. You get Mike Rinder content. Chrissy Colburn is Mike Rinder's wife, and I wouldn't be surprised if Chrissy did some stuff on Mike's channel with him at some point. And otherwise, the only other board member is attorney Ray Jeffrey, who's not a Scientologist, never been a Scientologist. He's litigated against Scientology. And I just have never got any, I can't imagine him being particularly interested in doing videos. I mean, it's not, I don't know. It doesn't seem up his alley. So there you go. Thank you for the question. Much appreciated. Okay. Wake Down Cat. Got my Blown for Good t-shirt in a beautiful paprika color. Thanks for 4X sizes. Very nice. More large sizes, please, especially in hoodies. Well, guys, you know, the merch fulfillment provider, or whatever the right word is a company called Fourth Wall. And they provide all of the different types of merch and all the sizes and all the colors and all the shipping and everything. So all we have to do is upload a design and say, put it on that. And Fourth Wall does everything else. And so all the sizes that are available are the sizes that Fourth Wall has. So there you go. I'm glad you got your t-shirt. That is fantastic. Tamara says, awesome answer. I don't know. Look, the timestamp on this was 30 minutes ago. So I don't know what that's referring to, but I'm glad we answered your question, whatever it was, Tamara. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Tomorrow.
SPT Scott. Kelly, it's late for you. Thanks for staying up late. Thanks for what you do, what you all do. Yes, just how late is it for you, Kelly?
Well, currently it is
I know we grew up in a cult, but
1.
yeah, just
Yeah,
8
quarter
hours.
to 1 in the morning. But
Oh.
it is worth staying up late for you guys. It's fun.
Oh my goodness. And guys, everyone, let's make it worth everyone's while. If you're not subscribed to Kelly yet on YouTube, go over to Kelli Copter. She's got some fantastic videos. And if you're not subscribed to Jackson on YouTube, go over to Gary Jackson Morehead. Gary, how did you come to be called Jackson?
All right. Back in
Short version.
Yeah, short version. 82. A lot of people on the base had second names outside of the normal name just for security purposes. Me being in security, I used to say, whoa, Jackson, to just about catching your fingers in the door, walking in a room, almost slipping on a wet floor, witnessing an accident just about happening. Whoa, Jackson. And one of my guards laughed every time I said it. So he just started calling me Jackson. Why I started doing it, I don't know.
Nice.
And more people in the world of Scientology and Sea Org know me as Jackson than my real name. And
there you go. So how about present time, your normal life? If you're at work, do people call you Jackson or Gary?
Gary in my professional world, and it really takes some time to sink in. I always tell people I use it to avoid my probation officer, but
nice. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Very good. Very good. Very good. If you're not yet subscribed to Janis, go over, find her channel, Our Scientology Stories, Peeling the Onion, where she and Mark Fisher have been putting up some absolutely awesome content lately. Okay, let's see. What else do we have here? Oh, Sherry Ogier says, I lived in Hemet for 17 years from 2000 to 2017. It was pretty creepy driving by Golden Era. Yeah, I mean, I imagine it would be as well. Is it true that Scientology, they really go out of the way to try and convince people that the only thing happening on that base is a movie studio because they don't want people to know it's Scientology headquarters?
Yep.
Yeah.
That is a short story told to anybody who stopped by and asked questions.
Interesting.
Even if they say, is Dave Miscavige here today? Is where's Seamont? Can you point the Seamont building out? They won't do it. They'll say, we make movies here.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. This comment is in reference to the people of Hemet thinking you guys made adult videos up on the property. Probably the CMO girls wearing white hot pants didn't help.
We only wore those on the ship.
Janis, when I was working with you and Shelly.
Well, that wasn't the uniform.
I know, but I'm just saying there was a nice tan going on, young guy.
Why do you think Jackson wanted to watch you guys?
Yeah, exactly. I did have a great suntan in those days.
Everybody did.
Mm-hmm.
And believe it or not, that was actually considered an out security if you went to LA because people would see you were tan and could geographically place you. That was
really?
Yep.
You weren't supposed to get tan because people might figure out where you are.
It became an issue at one point because, yes, Kelly, if you were tan, unlike you,
Sorry,
I'm not saying that's not a bad thing. Yeah, and
I used to ride around on a tractor mowing the lawn in a bikini.
Yeah.
Now that should go on merch.
I bet Jackson loved that.
How could they identify where you are, though? Like, there's a lot of places with sun.
Because you go down and suddenly you have these very tan imp management type people coming from over the rainbow. Nobody
but
knew
the,
where
well,
we
the
were.
answer is you can't, though. The answer is you can't. That's
Yeah,
just
you
stupid
can't.
paranoia.
It was just stupid
Yeah.
paranoia. Yes.
Yeah.
Just like we had people sign security bonds when they came up, if they were a public and they were driving to see a grandma in Hemet. And like, oh my God, there's Golden Era. They pull over. Hi, we're Scientologists. You need to sign this.
Yeah.
What say what?
It was a security bond. We had to bond them.
I know, but saying that you're not allowed to tell anyone the location of the base.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Now that you discovered it.
Like the whole time I was in Scientology on staff and in the Sea Org, not only did I not know the location of the base, I knew I would get in trouble if I even asked where it was. In fact, it was Jenna Miscavige herself who said that to me when she was sent to Flag for training. At least when she was first being, I guess, sent out of Int for the first time, and they sent her to Flag for training, and we were on the Key to Life course at the same time. And she had a pretty bad attitude back then, to be honest. And and she was fresh from Int, and she's like, "Don't even try to find out; you'll get in trouble." I was like, "Oh, I know that."
Wow.
But you know what's funny is the non-Scientologists all knew where the base was.
Yeah.
But if you were a Scientologist, you didn't know, or you not to tell anybody.
Right.
Right.
I mean,
totally.
the Scientology can pull up and be waiting for the UPS man to get out of the way, who knows everything about it, and yet UPS man can talk about it. They can't.
Yeah.
Can you see on Google Maps?
Sorry.
Like, genuinely, can you see the base on Google Maps?
Yeah.
Do you think that they tried to like contest it with Google? Like, you can't show this secret location. Do you think it happened?
I bet they did.
I'd put a year's wager on it.
Yeah.
They tried. Some of the.
So even though, here's what's funny, even though anytime someone tries to describe the base, they always, or there's a location of it, they always say Hemet or San Jacinto or however you say it. But the fact is, the base itself has a location and a name. Gilman Hot Springs is the international base.
19625 Highway 79, Gilman Hot Springs, California, 97625.
Sure. And since no one will remember that, if you just search Gilman Hot Springs, that is Scientology's secret international headquarters.
Yep.
Right.
It is.
But you got to remember, Aaron, back in the 80s, early 80s, and we were still expecting Hubbard to come back to it. That's why the security was there, so that people wouldn't know where he was. But after he passed away, the security was no longer needed.
Except Miscavige was just as paranoid about his own security, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even
Incredible.
Shelly and I had that conversation when she became aware that we were still bonding people well after years after Hubbard had passed on. If any Scientologist came over, she was like, "Stop that nonsense." Who
She
cares?
did?
Yeah. She was, I mean, it was flippant conversations like that. And Janis, you know, that's how major things would change. Just like, yeah, why is that wall yellow? Well, COB ordered it to be yellow back in the day, and we just kept it. It's like, I never liked that, change it. It would just, yeah, she was like, stop doing that. That's crazy. We're just creating a situation. I said, you're right, sir. I knew that the whole time. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible. Okay, let's see. Eat More Pizza Now says, I can't wait until there are 10 in the SPTV hub. I mean, there's at least 10. There's at least 10.
Maybe they mean in this like little window, like 10 people on the stream, like a giant Zoom call.
We've never tried to do more than 4. I don't know if it's possible. We should test it out sometime.
I literally almost ordered a pizza that I can sit here and nibble on the side to get my dinner in, because I've been up since midnight.
Go ahead and do it. Order a pizza.
So you know, Mr. Eat More Pizza.
I get it.
It was an idea. I'm not going to do it. I literally was thinking, it's like, God, I can order a pizza.
Throw us on mute.
That's cool.
But I made my salad. I got my salad here.
I see.
That was my better choice.
I see. Sandy Yerkins Powers wants to know, did Janis ever have to reprimand Gary when he was 14?
No, but Paul had to bandage you up. Oh,
Can you see that?
yeah, you got the scar.
No, we can't see
Anyways,
anything.
I cut myself with a skill saw working on the ship. I picked up by the power trigger and it just activated the blade. It had no blade guard on it. Walked it right into my hand. Liz Ingber almost passed out because blood was just pumping out on my finger. And Paul walked right over and put direct pressure on it. And he treated me.
There you go. Okay, no reprimanding, but you did get some first aid.
Trip. Yeah, no hospital trip, no nothing. I saw the bone and all sorts of good things. And
Wait, you didn't go to a hospital?
no, ma'am.
Paul
Did
knew
the
what he
person
was
treating
doing.
you have any medical training?
Sorry?
Did the person treating you have any medical
Paul
training?
did. That's why he treated me. Yeah, Paul.
Okay.
Yeah, Paul was
Janis
my
Gillham.
husband.
Okay, but
He was
you could see
medically
the bone,
trained.
Yeah.
and you didn't go to a hospital.
No.
That sounds awful.
Was there some rule about not going to the hospital?
Unspoken. It wasn't necessarily the avoidance of the hospital. It was the story that would go with you to the hospital, and thus open the church and the base up to scrutiny and attention. So if we can handle it internally, if you're still breathing, you don't need to go nowhere.
Interesting. All right. Rock it out with Kim D. Hi. By the way, I can't remember if it's hi or hey, but I think it's hi. I remember it's counterintuitive. It's one of these things where whatever I think it is, it's probably the opposite. So I always get it wrong. Anyway, here is my offering. Keep spreading the word. Well, thank you, Kim. Much appreciated. Percy Kersey. PC the never in SP here. You folks make working through my fundy trauma much more decipherable. Do any of you have recommended healing techniques? What do we think fundy trauma is? Is that fundamentalist?
That's a new one on me.
I don't know. Grew up in a cult.
Yeah.
My preferred healing technique is to stuff it way deep down inside. What's your guys' preferred healing techniques?
I had a therapist for a while. That was pretty good. Good mates, a therapist. You'll be all right, hopefully.
I just like to look at the positive side of things and keep going.
There you go.
Pretty much it. Yeah. It's a hard
Sounds
one
like,
to answer, to be honest with you.
Sounds like my method is the best.
If you say so.
At least of these three, you guys can't see where I'm pointing. Kelly's is the best. Anyway, I'm kidding. All right, let's see. Let me get my little cursor in the right spot here. Dora Explorer wants us all to know.
Somebody answered in the chat, says fundy is fundamentalism.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
I might have been born in a cult, but not last week.
Hey.
It's 420 for those that vibe. And howdy, y'all. Howdy, Dora the Explorer. Thank you for joining us.
Comically have an urge for a Cheech and Chong moment. I gotta say, just
So what are you gonna do?
I can't, because I have a commercial driver's license, but I just for the entertainment purposes only, hang out with Cheech and Chong.
Kelly, he said Cheech and Chong. Do you know what Cheech and Chong is?
I'm so sorry.
I've never heard of Cheech and Chong. No, what's that?
Oh, right. Let's tell her.
Okay, Cheech and Chong was a comedy duo. One, a very driven Mexican, Hispanic from East LA, and an average white guy with beard and glasses, and he talked really, yo, dude. You know, that's the way he talked. And then his counterpart, Cheech, had a very Hispanic, hey, man, what's up? And they had
I'm going to give the shorter. Can I give the shorter version of the story? Okay. Yeah. Cheech Marine and Tommy Chong were two famous comedians. What, 60s, 70s? I don't know, you guys. I was born in 80. Help me out with this.
60s, 70s.
And
Early 70s.
I mean, there was movies, there was everything. But were they actually a stage-based comedy duo?
No, they put out albums and made movies.
Comedy albums?
Yeah.
And they're just famous stoners. That's all.
Yeah, famous stoners, potheads.
Okay. Thank you.
So
Thank you for the education. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that would have been kind of an American-centric entertainment. Although, I mean, I'm surprised that wouldn't have made it. Well, maybe it's just because you're so young. That's what it is. People in the UK would have known about Cheech and Chong, don't you think?
Like,
if you're in the UK and you're in the chat, let us know. Do you know who Cheech and Chong are?
Yes, there you go.
You could probably tell me all about Wallace and Gromit, and I know some about them, but yeah.
You know, they creep me out. They've always creeped me out a bit. They're like weird little clay people. I'm like, oh, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are funny.
I'm a little partial to Peppa Pig myself. Yeah.
Understandable.
All right. I do have kids. Shauna P. Lawnard. Shauna, what do you guys think?
Shauna P. Lawnard.
What's the first name? We're going with Shauna. Shauna P. Lawnard, growing up in
How's that,
Scientology.
Shauna? I'm gonna.
Can
say
you
that's
please
good.
ask Jackson to move the mic up a tad? Many are having a few issues hearing him. It's so funny how inconsistent it is of people. Some people think it sounds great. Some people think it sounds a little, quiet. But anyhow, that's why it never hurts just to have it as close as possible.
I got to get a boom. That's just my deciding point. I was going to get one and I decided to hold off. But
nice.
So
All right. Tara wants to know how many Scientology members are left. Charitable estimates right now put it between 25,000 and 35,000 worldwide. Any numbers than that, I think, are lower, much lower than that. Like if you hear someone say 10,000, 12,000, that's too adventurous for me. I'm not willing to go that low. And also the problem with the numbers is that you'll have people floating out there who haven't been into an org for years, but still think of themselves as Scientologists. They're upset about something that happened here, or they're upset with this person who wronged them, or they hate the executive director and they're waiting for that person to no longer be there. You can't judge the number of Scientologists even by how many people have gone into an org in the past year, even. And that's why in the estimates that I put together, I'm very, very charitable. And I go, these estimates are, if they announced tomorrow that L. Ron Hubbard had reincarnated and they were holding an event in Dallas Stadium, was it AT&T Field or whatever, and they were going to announce L. Ron Hubbard's return and the release of OT 9 and 10 simultaneously, you could probably scrounge up 35,000 people in the world to come and hear that message. That's kind of my high estimate. And other than that, yeah, you might have 10 or 15,000 people a year who actually do courses or get auditing. It really could be that low. It really could be.
If someone were to come out and like claim to be LRH, right? Is there like a passcode, a safe word? Like how anybody could come out now and say, "Oh yeah, it's me. I'm back. I'm a bit late. Sorry, but I'm ready."
Even if they did, Miscavige is not going to turn it over to them.
Yeah, true.
But there's only one foolproof method, in which, of course, it will never happen. But the foolproof method is that there's not a test. You would simply the person making that claim would have to demonstrate full and complete total recall of their life as L. Ron Hubbard.
Right, but you know
can
what?
read the book.
What a lot of people don't know is, according to Sarge, who is with Hubbard, he said he wasn't coming back.
Sarge told me that too.
Yeah.
He told me that when I was watching Sarge out of Happy Valley. I mean, that was years and years ago, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but no Scientologist has ever come back.
No, nor is any human being, just as a side note.
If L. Ron Hubbard came back and provably returned, I would go back to Scientology. Because
said it here, guys.
Well, because why wouldn't I? Like,
yeah.
I mean,
The
all
dude's
of
back.
religion is about the afterlife, the eternal nature of existence. And that's supposed to be what Scientology promises everyone. The one true way to achieve eternal spiritual existence, memory, life forever, always with full memory. And that's what Scientology is supposed to be about.
Well, Aaron, if I introduce you to 4 people who say they were him, will that work?
No. How many of them are in prison currently?
One.
I used to question myself sitting in a security booth. If past lives and future lives are so real, then why isn't suicide more popular? Because you would think that's a morbid question, but I literally, why I thought that, I don't know, but it seemed to be like an obvious question that nobody was asking.
You mean like if someone was unhappy with the present circumstances, just be like, let's start over.
Yeah, just pull the plug and start over and go get a new body. And
part of me wonders.
Nobody really knows, right? Nobody can.
Well,
really
it's just
ever
it's
know.
a faith belief, and it makes whatever. I'm not going to go down that path.
No, but part of me wonders if some of these, a lot of these instances that occur of people who've already done their OT levels, unaliving themselves. Part of me wonders if that's like, if they go, why am I going to bother keep struggling in my current circumstances? Let me just pick up a new body. I'm actually quite convinced that is part of the reason you do see so many Scientology suicides at the upper levels.
And I do think it has a lot to do with why there is no emotional backbone to any given Scientologist when it comes to death.
Yeah.
No loss factor attached to it. I mean, some people may do it in silence, but in the open market in the Sea Org and Scientology, if you show emotions, you're considered showing a bad indicator and probably be put in the meter or written up to your case supervisor or something.
Yeah.
I used to have these questions. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Aaron.
No, it's
On
okay.
that cheery note, it's time for a giveaway.
We're late for the giveaway.
Sorry about that. My bambling.
That's all right. Kelly, you
No,
get the
it's
honors.
okay.
You get the honors this time.
Ooh, exciting.
Let's do another bobblehead giveaway.
So, assuming I'm in the lineup to
Alrighty.
do this one day, when I see these comments here on StreamYard lining up, do I just put my mouse somewhere and click it when I choose? And
Yeah, when it comes through,
it'll
you'll
hit it?
see the chat blow up. Guys, we're going to blow this chat up. Get it
Okay.
going. You're going to win a bobblehead if it's you. Here we go. We're going to call it in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I shouted that bit. Did it work? Did I show it? No, I didn't show
No.
it. Okay, hold on. I'll do it now. There we go.
Nice.
Mimi, please. Patty
Patty
Stanley, you have won a beautiful Mike Rinder bobblehead. Look at him go. Look at him go.
So, Patty, email me at growingupinscientology@gmail.com, and we will get your mini mic sent out to you right away.
Hey, Aaron, can I have a quick question here with this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 picking a thing? What about all the people that started 100 pick me's ago? Because by the time you get down to the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 100 people gone by, and it
They
led
do
me
it
wondering.
multiple times as well.
Yeah, you
But
can
it
keep
led me
saying it.
wondering. I'm wondering if we simply could have a 1 to 10 and people pick their number, and we have like a little animated circle that we allow spin, and it goes tick, 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 and lands on 6. And I don't know, just
I don't
This
follow.
system works.
okay if it works. I just was
No,
like, God,
I
if
just
was-
literally don't understand what you're saying.
Oh, I would just okay.
You don't gotta reinvent the wheel.
How about them Dodgers? Huh?
All right.
How about them Dodgers?
If everybody wants to wait until the 1 to do it, that's okay. I know if I was in it, I'd just be trying to burn up. I'd be like, copy, paste,
Yeah.
copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste.
Okay.
But yeah, yeah.
Okay.
With 1,600 or 2,100 people in the chat, that'd be an awful lot of numbers to
Yeah,
pick.
I see the
From.
logic with my idea. So
Yeah.
how about them Dodgers? That's what I say.
Aaron,
Okay,
Next one, you want to do one of my books?
absolutely. Or
Okay.
we'll have them pick. We'll have them pick. Whoever wins, we can say, would you like a bobblehead or would you like a book?
Okay.
Okay, so Pat Shore says, are there new people signing up for Scientology or are people just leaving? Love you guys. It's hard to imagine that people are joining, but they are. Thanks to con men like Grant Cardone, and
Brad.
and Tampa Brad.
That T-Mobile call you played on your channel was
Oh
absolutely
my God, Aaron, that was
insane. It was
gold,
so
dude.
good.
Gold. Oh,
Yes.
I could
John
listen to that to fall asleep to. That was just so cool.
John Leisure himself watched that video and said he liked it.
Yeah.
How long ago was that, by the way? When?
That was a few days ago that
Oh my
happened.
God,
Yeah.
that was so cool.
Just seeing Grant Cardone getting taken
Yeah,
behind the
getting-
woodshed.
Yep.
So yeah, it's hard to imagine that people are joining. You know, one of the other ways people end up joining Scientology is through the business consulting companies that sort of secretly use Scientology's management technology. I say secretly. It's not like these companies will use a version of Scientology's policy volumes that have had most of the Scientology kind of scrubbed from it so that a normal person can read it and understand it without having to study Scientology. And they'll sell you these business consulting courses to help you with your business. And then once you reach a certain level or a plateau and you're like, oh, I just feel like something's holding me back. I don't know how to get to the next level. Then your consultant sort of pulls you aside and is like, now look, the real way to get to the next level is Scientology auditing. And these business consulting companies have been quite successful over the last 40 years in bringing in relatively wealthy, independent private practice owners, whether it's chiropractors or dentists or veterinarians or accountants. It's been one of the main feeder lines for Scientology is these business consulting services. So people are still joining, but you have a net loss of members constantly. Do you guys think anything else you guys want to add to that? Is that pretty much it?
I heard something that when they're getting new people to join the Sea Org, it's not even a promise of like a religion. It's like, oh, you're going to have this new life where you're going to be taken care of in like other countries, South Africa and things like that. I heard that. I don't know how true it is, but that's like a promise of some care and moving to America kind of deal is what I heard.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I honestly, the pitch for joining the Sea Org has never been like some, religious thing. I mean, actually, I take that back. It used to be, L. Ron Hubbard says all of civilization is going to burn up in nuclear holocaust unless we do something about it right now, and you have to join the Sea Organization. But these days, it's a little more like, do you want to go to South Africa and have an adventure? Join the Sea Org now. We'll send you over there. Yeah.
Did I tell you I got another recruitment message from some Scientologists. They were messaging me for the Port Elizabeth org, right? And they were like, yeah, so we're just trying to find people who could be, future executives for South Africa. I got a text message. What is going on? I was like, why are they WhatsApping me this? Somebody pointed out though, they were like, oh, well, maybe because I'm in England, they can do background checks if you apply for a job. It's like, oh, that's interesting. There's some shenanigans going on. I'm not sure.
Wow, you really have gotten back on their radar.
I know.
Well, yeah. And Mike's blog, his post about that, the Ideal Org and whoever plans to open up next, that guy that, I don't know if it was there I read, but it was recently some guy briefing the staff about the Addresso. You know how they do that before they open up the new next Ideal Org to get all their files in order? Yeah. Well, Kelly, I still think just because you're part of that is just a classic example that once they have your name, they will hold on to it and utilize it to the best of their ability forever. And now it's translating into text messages. I mean, they
shouldn't be offering me a job though, really.
Well, there's people looking for statistics, and they don't know anything about Kelly because they don't inform the internal works about Janis and Aaron and I.
I know, but that's kind of the point, right? Like they're looking for future executives and they're cold texting people who've never taken a course.
And the only most possible response is the people that are on their own mailing lists.
Yeah, exactly.
It's wild.
JR, if you thought that doing a super chat during a giveaway was going to bump you to the top of the list, that's not how it works, sir. But actually, that's pretty clever. That actually is pretty clever. Backo says super sticker.
You gotta read them all.
I think he's making fun of me for sort of making fun of people who do super stickers instead of adding a comment in there.
I was gonna say that's $6 worth of super stickers there, and he just gave up $5.
Okay, Donna Dwyer says, love watching your group chat, Team SPTV. Can Janet adjust her mic a bit? Sounds like she's in a cave.
That's a first. Janet?
It all sounds...
Wow.
Not your camera,
well,
but
I have a microphone, but I haven't managed to figure it out yet. So I'll have that by next one.
Wait, what do you mean? What's wrong with it?
Well, I'm using the mic on the camera, but I got a big mic, and I just have to read the instructions and take the time.
Oh, I promise you, all you have to do is plug it in.
It's a plug and play.
Oh,
it's
then
plug and play.
It's okay, Janice. That I'm in the same boat. So
Jackson, come visit me and your dad.
Yes. Oh my God, would I love that.
That's funny. It didn't even occur to me until this comment that your audio didn't sound totally normal, but now I can hear it. Your videos are going to sound so much better with a plug-in mic. Just wait.
Okay. Well, I'll try and get it done by next one.
I got Vanessa one. I sent her a microphone.
I thought that was you.
Yeah. Yeah, she was tickled pink. That was so much fun.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, Marilyn Honig says, OMG, it's so exciting to see Kelli with the OGs. Love you all. Thanks for all you do. Oh,
I love that. What a superstar.
Oh my God.
Potato, potato.
I'm jealous.
Put it to the camera so we can see it.
Right up here.
Hey.
Potato.
That's so good.
Oh my
Marilyn
God.
is so-
Marilyn sent that. Marilyn made that and sent it to you.
I had a girl message me just today who's making embroidery. She's doing embroidery in the circles, those things. She's starting to do embroidering now for folks. So there's a little bit of a trend going here.
Honestly,
Nice.
the SPTV community are crafty and creative.
gosh,
They
yes.
are very, very creative. And Marilyn is a queen. What an absolute legend. That
She
potato
needs to
is
make
so
herself
funny.
one for herself. Just
I want to see how they figure out peeling an onion.
yeah, there you go. Make an Australian blooming onion there, Janis, maybe.
Yeah, blooming onion.
There you go.
All right, so let's see here. Armin Stefanian, you could add SPTV merch as a giveaway tonight. So the reason I haven't experimented with that is because I'm not entirely sure how it works. So like, for example, my merch store for my channel, which if you're on my channel, you should find the link to that in the description down below. I haven't been able to figure out how to get my little merch products to show up under my video like they do on Mark and Claire's channel. And so I'm pretty sure, like, to do a giveaway, it's essentially me, because you realize I don't have my merch here. It's all done by Fourth Wall. So I'm essentially buying one of the products from Fourth Wall and giving it away. But my merch store isn't even really active yet. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's a little weird. It's a little weird. But honestly, doing SPTV merch would be a perfect giveaway for an SPTV live stream. So anyway, once I get a little more of a grasp on how that store works, we'll do something like that.
Yeah,
Alex says, Apostate Alex says he can help you set that up if you want, Aaron. He's just posted in the chat.
Well, I'll have to get with him because Fourth Wall doesn't seem to know what the hell they're doing. They send me the most ridiculous responses to my emails. It's like their email responses are from a chat bot or something. It's insane. So Alex, I'll text you. Seriously, it's terrible. So I'll get with Alex afterwards. Okay, let's see. What's next? Cat and Maggie, question for Kelli, please. Is C going to be for Children of God or someone else? Best editor on YouTube. So this is for your ABC videos?
Yes, it is. I'm not going to reveal what it is, but I can tell you that the group we are doing is a spin-off Mormon group that ended in murder. That's what I can tell you about that. Yes, and it will be out soon, I promise.
So are you literally going to go through every letter of the alphabet?
Yep, every letter of the alphabet, and it's a different cult each week. So it's like we do these 10-minute little explorations of these groups and what's going on, basically to break down the characteristics of what's similar. And I'm hoping, and it's already started to happen, that people in some of these groups have come forward and emailed me and are willing to talk about it, do interviews and stuff. So it's just opening up the floor a bit for some of the people to come forward. So it's been really, really cool.
That is awesome. Hey guys, for anyone who've joined us more recently, I just want to remind everyone, if you are not yet subscribed to Kelli on YouTube, go over to Kelli Copter and subscribe to her channel.
I think we're like 30 away from 7,000, by the way. We're like 30 away. So we could do it. We could do it, I think.
Wow. That's awesome. If you're not subscribed to Jackson on YouTube, you can find him at his name of his channel is Gary Jackson Morehead. And if you're not yet subscribed to Janis, you can find her on YouTube under the channel name is Our Scientology Stories, Peeling the Onion. I'll admit, I tried to get them to shorten that name and they refused to do it. God damn it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just say peeling or onion. It, goes together.
Who's peeling and who's the onion?
Yeah. Wow.
Yes, that was the problem. Layers. We couldn't figure out which part of that phrase to get rid of.
Okay, that was some good stuff right there.
By the way, it might seem unnecessary because I don't want to assume that everyone watching is already subscribed to my channel, but Apostate Alex inspired me. He did a game 2 weeks ago that when he hit 5,000 subscribers, he was going to donate $100 to the Aftermath Foundation. He did hit 5,000 subscribers, and so many of his viewers decided to match his donation that it resulted in almost $3,000 of donations to the Aftermath Foundation from that $100 game.
That's great.
So I decided I wanted to do something similar, especially since Andrew Gold passed me in subscribers recently. You guys, I don't know if you know this. This is a big deal. This is a very big deal. I said, when I hit 200,000 subscribers, I will donate $1,000 to the Aftermath Foundation. And whether it takes 1 week or a month or 2 months, it doesn't really matter. It just wanted to give a little target, give a little goal, there be a nice incentive, and then to ask any viewers who wants to not necessarily match the full donation, but say, okay, when you hit 200,000, I will donate, $10, $50, $100, whatever. So, it worked for Alex. It worked for Alex. He got it done in 2 weeks. I'm hoping we can get this done in 2 weeks too, guys. So if you're watching right now, just by subscribing, you're going to help generate thousands of dollars in donations for the Aftermath Foundation. So there we go, guys. Let's get back
to
some...
cool, you, Aaron. By the way, that's pretty cool, buddy.
Thank you. Okay, let's see. We just did the Kelly question there. Okay, Phyllis Ann says, hey, Aaron, if Danny Masterson gets convicted, will Scientology kick him out? And if so, does his family have to disconnect from him? Thank you for all you do. My opinion on this is that they will not declare him a suppressive person. They will declare him PTS type B, which is criminal. And that way he is labeled, but nobody has to disconnect from him. Scientology doesn't want to lose the Masterson family.
They should already have declared him based on the bad public relations he has created.
They should have, yes. But they haven't. So
what do you think that means? I'm going to get something to show you, but I'll be right back.
Okay. So what do you make of that, Janis?
Well, if I was there, he would have been declared as soon as he raped that first girl.
Yes, 100%.
I've told this story before, but when we were on the ship, Hubbard did take a swing at a man for sleeping with a 17-year-old. Mary Sue put on a knife and went down and held it at another guy's throat and ordered him off the ship for sleeping with a minor.
Wow.
They did not tolerate this type of thing.
I have never heard that story.
Then you haven't watched my channel.
You're right. There's too many damn channels.
I know.
I was just going to say, since we're on the subject of Danny Masterson, you guys ever wonder where that came from?
I don't know what it is.
Oh,
wow.
DJ Donkey Punch.
This is a security pass that he handed out at a party that I attended with him. I played softball with the guy for 7 years after I left the Sea Org. Every Saturday.
You have that filed? You found it so easily. Like, where was that?
Sitting in my junk drawer.
Perfect.
Anyways, yeah, if anybody wonders how that showed up on the internet, well, it was compliments of me. But
wow.
Yeah, I saw that when he handed it to me. I was like, what the hell, Danny? But
wow.
Yeah.
So, Janis, do you agree that if they haven't kicked him out by now, they're not going to?
Oh.
Yeah, because they've been protecting him.
Yeah.
Do you really think so, Janis? I think when he's...
You read the knowledge report written by Jane Doe 1's mother, they are protecting him. They have all the evidence from his sec checks, which are not confidential, and those could be used against him.
Sure.
And should have been used against him, and they should have declared him back then.
But when he's in the top bunk with Bubba in the bottom bunk in cell block D, don't you think that they're going to... I don't know. That's just my opinion. I'd say Dave would go get him out of my sight.
They'll come visit him with Criminon. It'll be fine.
If I was still there, he'd be long gone.
Yeah, exactly. And again, that's my educated guess, but whatever. It's hard. It's really hard to tell. And Aaron, you bring up a good point. I don't know how much of a bank account the Masterson clan brings to Scientology. I don't think it's all that fruitful, but
I just mean the bad PR. Like they've
Sure.
all been involved for so long. It would be, I mean, come on. Leah Remini left. It was like the apocalypse for Scientology, and the Mastersons could all tell similar stories to Leah's. And there's like 16,000 Mastersons. There's so many of them. They're like half of all the Scientologists in LA.
You think Danny's bad? Jordan's got a just as weedy, dirty backyard. So.
Yeah,
right? It was a culture, and the Masterson culture. I mean, anyways, I'm not going to say a lot just from what I was aware of. It just, he goes on the security threat list. He's going to be on it forever in the Scientology world. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Jennifer Kane Najor sends a super sticker. Thank you so much. Mark Littlewood. If Danny Masterson is acquitted, what will you say? Fair? No. It's not a matter of, oh boy, if he found guilty, then he did it. And if he's not found guilty, then he didn't. There's a difference between being guilty of something and being found guilty in a court of law of something. Mm-hmm. The standard of proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt is the standard in the eyes of the law. It's not the standard for human beings. If you're a Scientologist, you know Danny did this. If you saw the sec check KRs, you know Danny did this. If you know that Danny did a $400,000 settlement with Jane Doe 1 under the supervision of Scientology, you know Danny Masterson did this. They wouldn't even have allowed Danny Masterson to do that settlement with another Scientologist unless they already knew he did this and was making the settlement happen partially to protect Scientology, to keep Jane Doe 1 from going to the police. So no, if Danny Masterson is acquitted, it will be a miscarriage of justice. It will be an unfortunate situation, and it won't be quote unquote fair. I mean, I'm not saying the system. I don't know. No, what I'm saying is Danny Masterson did this, whether the jury finds him guilty or not. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Aaron, you are aware of what's in the OSA files, right? There's another celebrity that was on the Celebrity Center New York lines. Did you hear about that one?
The Broadway actor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So this has been going on for a while. This is not new to Scientology and the Sea Org how to deal with. This is just the one that happened to hit the public lines very publicly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Scientology's been covering up for child abusers for decades.
Oh, yeah.
And what's incredible, though, honestly, I'd never heard that story, Janis, on the ship. What the hell changed? Yeah. What the hell changed? Why were they so hardline against it back then? But but to be fair, they didn't turn that guy into the police. They just kicked him off the ship.
Kicked him off the ship, but would you like being dumped ashore in Morocco with no money to get your way back to the U.S.?
I'm not downplaying it. I'm just saying, like, these days...
Well... Yeah, but you got to remember, we are in international waters. We're under our own law. Mm-hmm. So, or we sail to Panama. It's very different. The captain is the law.
Just like the free winds.
Oh, I see. You're saying there wouldn't even have been the authorities to turn him over to because it happened in international waters, maybe.
Right.
Okay. So, but do you feel the culture has changed as far as protecting child abusers in Scientology? Like you don't feel that was the culture back on the ship? Like you feel something is different now, or what's your feeling on this?
Yes. Yeah.
What the hell do you think what's the reason?
Well, the whole thing has changed. It's no longer about what it used to be. It's no longer about Scientology and delivering it and training people. It's all about collecting, doing fundraisers and making money for nothing. It's a whole different ballgame.
That's true. Do you think Miscavige himself, though, has some... Because let's be real. Everything about the organization right now is a reflection of what Miscavige has is being driven by him. It's a reflection of him and his DNA and whatever. There's got to be something about him where he's simply not terribly offended by child molesters or something. Honestly. Well, because the organization doesn't seem to be terribly offended by it.
Right. And it starts from the top. Miscavige, 1, was not around Hubbard for a very long time, so he never saw how he actually handled situations like this. 2, Miscavige is actually a very vulgar person. The filth that comes out of his mouth is the worst I have ever heard.
Ever, to the core. Yeah.
So there's some sort of sexual stuff going on in his head just based on the vulgarity that comes out of his mouth. and he thinks it's okay.
And it doesn't matter male or female. It just flows like liquid gold out of his mouth.
Incredible.
It's just incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely disgusting to hear.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, 4 minutes until I'm hearing an echo. No, it went away. Okay. 4 minutes until the next giveaway. Let's tackle a couple more before then. Cassie Isaac, love you all. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you, Cassie Isaac.
Thank you, Cassie.
Wake Down Cat with a super sticker. Thank you.
Was it
Wake
you
Down
or Mark that had trouble pronouncing Cassie?
Mark.
Okay, good. The simplest things, right?
Casey? No, it's Cassie, literally.
But hey, someone called Janis Janet tonight, but go ahead.
Amanda Mangles, love this group for the live. Want more of you four. Jackson, love seeing you live and on SPTV now, and love your channel and videos. Love the news stories. There you go.
God, I'm tripping my way through it, but I'm doing it.
SPT Scott. So one day Mike was special enough to hold 2 top spots, next day being attacked, then the next in the hole. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's total insanity. One total complete insanity.
Yep.
Wake Down Cat, Danny Masterson update, please. Check my live streams, Wake Down Cat. You get all the Danny Masterson update you can handle. Let's see. Theta Bob. Janis, were you able to see your mom before she passed to say goodbye?
No.
All right. Rue, just a lighthearted question there. How did that make you feel, Janis?
That's a story in itself that I will tell one day.
Jesus. Okay. Rue, as a
At least I'm laughing about it now.
Oh my God. Oh my God. As a mom, just wondering if a parent gets contacted to care for a child in the Sea Org if they have an infected tooth, UTI, ear infection, etc. Oh, hell no. Hell no. No.
Hey, I know
you wouldn't
some
even
siblings.
know. You wouldn't
Yeah,
even know.
I know some siblings that the husband and wife went on vacation. While they went on vacation, the Sea Org swooped in and took both of their sons, signed a Sea Org contract.
But were they informed if they had an ear infection?
Literally, that happened. Yeah, go ahead and trace that one down, Osa. You'll find out who it is. It's probably a couple of hundred of those.
Okay.
Yeah, ear infection. I'm sorry, Aaron. I didn't get into that joke. Just the significance of that issue at hand. But yeah.
Okay,
That was
Misbehaving. Thank you for the super sticker. Okay, let's see. This next one's a little too. Actually, here's one. Maisie Barnett, Kelly. Are there any British Scientology worlds specific to the UK?
Oh wow, this is
Oh,
fascinating.
I didn't think so, but also, you know, I didn't go up the bridge and learn all of that stuff. So, to be honest, I don't think so. But I feel like they use all the same words that are in all the policy letters and the dictionary, which I assume is the same. But we don't say the W word here.
That's what I was gonna ask.
We don't say it. No, it's very offensive.
So, Janis, I have to ask you about this as well, right? Because the W word is WOG.
Oh, okay.
So WOG is Scientology's word for non-Scientologist. It's literally one of the most common words Scientologists use in day-to-day Scientology life.
Yes.
And yet in Britain and other countries, it's a racial slur.
Well, it's like opening
Yes.
an In-N-Out burger in the UK.
But-
That will never happen.
But you've also got to look at the year.
You didn't get that? In-N-Out? What In-N-Out means in the UK compared to the US? That's what I was told. They will never
Nope.
open it In-N-Out. Oh, anyways.
What
okay.
does in it
In and out? You know,
Yeah, I
the
don't
in.
think-
Is that like a franchise?
Sorry. Yeah, well,
It's
it's the
Like
the
a Five
phrase.
Guys?
It's the phrase in
Yeah.
and out.
Yeah,
It's the
we
phrase
don't
in
need to
and
go
out.
there.
No.
Let's go back to W.
Sorry.
or it's like
W.
fanny packs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, we wouldn't say that either.
Go ahead, Janis.
You got to look at in the 50s, a whole different mentality on racism.
Right.
And so when that word is used, WOG, when that's used, it became a word used for people that were not Scientologists. And growing up with it, I never considered it derogatory. It was just someone who was not a Scientologist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, right. But true. I mean, I didn't even know growing up as a kid in Scientology that it was a racial slur in any country of the world. So I never had a problem saying it. Oh, you didn't either?
No.
Yeah.
But you're Australian. I thought it was I thought it was a slur even in Australia.
Well, as a 10-year-old, I don't know all the slurs.
Okay, fair.
You know, so yeah, it's a worthy Oriental gentleman, but we used it as a term of people that weren't Scientologists, and it just became a natural term.
So Janis, help me out with this. Why is it that the Scientology dictionary says the definition of WOG is worthy Oriental gentleman? I never understood why the hell it says that. What does that even mean?
Because that is the actual definition of the word, but Hubbard used it. I never asked him why.
To fit his
what do you mean
needs,
it's the actual definition of the word? What does that mean?
Well,
back in the 50s, it's just like there was different terms for different countries.
I don't think that was ever actually the definition of the word.
Well, we'll have to
that was the wink. It would be like if the Scientology dictionary had the N word in it, and it said, and the definition was like nice, intelligent, gentle, gentleman. Like it's like a wink. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, honestly,
did you see that video that you're talking about, that vegan teacher? No, she did that video. She literally did that. She posted a video, put the N word down the side of a piece of paper, and did this exact acronym.
Oh my God.
I swear to you, it's the only time I've ever left a hate comment on a video in my life.
That's disgusting.
Ridiculous.
Wow. No,
ridiculous.
Aaron, I'm just saying.
Sorry, it enrages me.
I grew up hearing that term as a child, and it was just people who weren't Scientologists. I never considered it derogatory.
Okay.
But people on the outside consider it derogatory.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. We have once again slightly missed our giveaway time. So let's get on.
A book.
Okay, she's gonna grab a book and
throw it through the screen, and whoever catches it wins.
Use your OT powers, Janis. Okay. So
there we go.
Okay. So because neither Janis nor Jackson are actually logged in on the back end, we're gonna have to do the giveaway selection for them. Okay, I'll do this one.
I ruined it last time.
Well, I got you on my YouTube channel. So...
That's not gonna work. I promise you, that's not gonna work.
All right,
don't do that. Okay, so whoever wins this giveaway will either be able to select a mini Mike bobblehead. Boom! Look at him go. Or one of Janis's books. So in 5, 4, 3, burn up that live chat. 2, 1, and got you right here. Annie Kurtz. Bada bang. Annie Kurtz. Annie, just email me at growingupinscientology@gmail.com and let me know if you would like a bobblehead or one of Janis's books, and we'll get you squared away there. Fantastic. Another successful giveaway. How about that, you guys? The last giveaway is going to be in 25 minutes at 9 p.m. Eastern. So stick around. Let's burn through some of these questions here, guys.
Yeah.
Just Lisa, with all the new exposure, YouTube, courts, etc., that Monique Dingling is now mortified by her public lies. Okay, so that's Monique Yingling. She's David Miscavige's attorney and one of the Scientology's attorneys. And or now realizes how many lies she's told. Wonder if she will still be the mouthpiece. Monique Yingling 100% knows exactly who David Miscavige is, what Scientology is. She knows what she's doing. She knows all the abuse that's occurred. She's witnessed it firsthand. Mike has even told stories about, I remember one story that Mike Rinder told about Monique sitting next to Mike Rinder while Mike was on the phone with Dave And Dave's just screaming obscenities at him and insulting him and yelling at him. And Monique said, why do you let him speak to you like that? You don't deserve that. You know, like that's an example of the stuff Monique's witnessed firsthand. And yet now she actually cooperates with going on major media news shows and talking shit about Mike Rinder as if he was never really anything and all this kind of stuff. So, you know, I don't think we should expect any change in behavior from Monique Dingeling.
Seven-figure paycheck is what keeps that at play.
Yeah, that's how Scientology does what it does, through the hard work of non-Scientologists who do Scientology's bidding for the gold. I don't know about. I'm gonna have to skip that one, Bo Beats. Apologies, that's a little too racy. We already did that one. Xenu Warrior Princess decided to have fun and troll Judy Norton's YouTube channel.
Wow.
Asked her, where's Shelly? She asked, who is Shelly? Is this Jim Meskimen's mother?
Who, Judy Norton?
Yeah.
No.
Who's Judy Norton?
Judy Norton was an actress from an old TV show called The Waltons.
Yeah, she was public at CC when my mother was there.
Yeah.
AKA Jim Meskimen's mother.
Jim Meskimen's mother is the redheaded gal from Happy Days. The mother from Happy Days.
Do you know her name? Do you know her name?
It's on the tip of my tongue, but
is Judy Norton still a Scientologist?
To my knowledge, as of a few months ago, saw some sort of something about her supporting it.
Wow.
That's hopefully I'm wrong. That's my second answer, but I believe she is.
Did you know her?
Met her once at a CC gala when I was parading around with Davey.
So, do you think she absolutely knows who Shelly Miscavige is?
Judy? Absolutely.
Okay. So even they're playing dumb.
She stood there and talked to her. I saw her with my own eyes. Yeah.
Wow.
Anyways.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
That is interesting. Okay. We don't know who you're talking to here, Kazri. Louder, please. Closer to the mic. Second guy. Oh, I guess not there.
That would be Jackson.
Second guy.
You really might. Is there the not AA run guy? Okay. Well, there you go. There you go. Maisie Barnett. Aaron, we need SP suppressive puppy dog clothes for Goliath, Mango, and
I was
going to
say that earlier. We need dog clothes. Because Janis,
do you mean clothes? Well, do you mean clothes with dogs on them, or
no,
clothes
a hoodie
for
to
dogs?
put over the dogs? You know, dogs got a
Yeah.
fashion line nowadays, and
That's
Right?
true. Yeah, I haven't noticed.
Like clothes.
I haven't noticed any dog-shaped hoodies on the Fourth Wall platform yet, but
or just
I'm
a
gonna-
collar with it embroidered in the collar. You know, I'm an SP dog or something.
I'm going to write a
Suppressive
strongly
puppy patrol.
suppressive puppy patrol. I do have some Goliath SP puppy merch in the merch store, but it's made for humans, not for the SP puppies themselves. We'll have to figure that out because that would be pretty cool. That would be
That
awesome.
reminds me of a Chuck Norris joke that I told on my Facebook page about dogs. But
Do you want to tell it? Sounds like you really want to tell it.
It does. It really does.
well, it's really funny because Chuck Norris taught his own dog to clean up after himself because he never takes shit from anybody. Doesn't that make sense? See, I got you to laugh.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good
Did
one.
that go over your head, Kelly?
Yeah.
Chuck Norris is a huh?
I
Chuck
said
Norris,
yes.
Chuck Norris
is an
is.
American character that.
She knows who Chuck Norris is.
Okay, good.
She knows who Chuck Norris
Yeah,
is.
he taught his dog to clean up after himself because Chuck Norris takes no shit from anybody.
It's a beautiful joke.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful,
Beautiful.
joke.
Stunning.
Anyways,
All right, Joe Taylor says, LOL at Cheech and Chong. Hey, guys, let me know if you see it in the live chat. Did any of the Brits out there confirm that they did know who Cheech and Chong was?
There was a mixture of yes and no's on that.
Okay. All right. John Sostowski. Hey, Jackson, Dave's not here.
oh, I
don't-
love the Mr. Bill. That is awesome.
What's the joke, though? What's the Dave's not here joke? Anybody know?
Hey Jackson,
It's-
Dave's not here.
It's 43 minutes ago the comment was made, so maybe it was
Oh.
relevant at the time.
Oh, okay. I love the Mr. Bill.
All right, Cat ACDC fan. Kelli, gotta say, I so look forward to your ABCs of cults. You make great videos. So glad you're a part of this. I also love Peppa Pig, Aaron. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
I'm gonna have to Google that one.
No, when my girls were little, we couldn't get enough Peppa Pig. I thought it was so funny. I thought it was so freaking funny, that cartoon. Oh my God.
I'm still reading it to my granddaughter.
Is that right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The TV show is apparently quite controversial in America because it's made some kids have like a British accent. Apparently, that's what I heard.
Well,
Only in
Americans
America.
look up to the British accent. Like,
Yeah.
like
I've been
anything.
enamored this whole time, Kelly. About
oh my God.
yeah, I was gonna ask, is yours Essex? There was discussion about where it comes from. Are you an Essex dialect?
I am not an Essex dialect. I'm from Manchester, which is the north of England. Well, northish. No, Essex is like not there.
Okay.
The other side.
It was in a discussion previous, and I wondered. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think I could do an Essex accent if I tried. It's like, oh, all right, mate. Like, yeah, no, I can't do it. I'm not going to erase, cut it. It didn't happen.
All right, Ms. Pillow. I always say Pillow, but I wonder if it's really Pilot. But Ms. Pillow is probably
I think
correct,
you're correct, Aaron. Pillow.
All right. Did Mary Sue, wife number 3, who went to prison for Scientology spying on government agencies, stealing government documents, and bugging a government meeting, receive anything from the LRH estate? And did she continue as a Scientologist after prison and after LRH's death? Ooh, yikes.
I think
Yes.
I think JB covered that in the Aftermath episode or a video with somebody.
What did he cover? What did he say?
He talked about that very thing about
And what did he say about it?
how he was the one that set up the recordings where Dave confronted Mary Sue about her take from L. Ron Hubbard's estate. And I don't want to speak out of place too much, but
You can speak out of place. It's YouTube.
well, out of respect for my brother JB, I don't want to take words and put them where they don't belong, but I do
It's just
know
your
that-
recollection. Your recollection
Yeah.
could be wrong.
Yeah, JB had a lot to. He was involved in that in terms of he went along with Dave while Dave had that confrontation with Mary Sue about where she now stands with Scientology and what she's going to get and what she needs to sign.
So did she get an inheritance from L. Ron Hubbard?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And she did remain a Scientologist until her death?
Oh yeah.
Even though she didn't like Miscavige, she still believed in.
Passionately believed it. Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
And she
Awesome.
she got auditing.
Yep.
Right.
From
right,
Neville
right.
Potter and his wife, I believe, right, Janis?
Yeah, and Bruce Hines, I believe,
And
gave us
Bruce Hines did
suggestions.
some
And
too,
Sandy Wilhay used to audit her. Because Sandy was auditing her when Sandy ended up with a major crash, went flying out the window and never showed up for the session. And it was like everyone was looking for her, thought she'd blown. And
I
she was
remember
found in
that night.
hospital as a Jane Doe.
I was out in the freeway collecting that PC folder that was blown all over.
You know, you mentioned something earlier, Jackson, and I'm sort of reminded of it when I think of Mary Sue and her later life. If she truly believed that L. Ron Hubbard had written up the upper OT levels and causatively dropped his body and went off to Target 2, wouldn't you think that Mary Sue would be like, I should go off and join my husband on Target 2? And yet she didn't. That's actually where I'm going with that. Like if she was a... Go ahead.
Well, she has moved on. She has passed away. And she
20 years later, though.
Yeah, 20 years later, but she always intended to join him and said that they had made plans.
She said that?
Hmm.
What? She said that to you?
No, not to me.
Oh.
I have a letter, and I will be bringing it up on one of my videos so you can watch it.
Well, when you publish that video, send me a message because that's incredible.
Okay.
You have the letter?
Yes.
Wow. That is incredible. I can't wait. When are you going to publish it?
Don't know yet. You just have to wait.
1 week, 1 month, 1 year?
No. I got to get several other things done that people are asking for, but I'll put one together on Mary Sue.
Wow, that is incredible. All right, let's see. Monique Smith says, okay, what do you think about the Chad and Lori Daybell situation? Not Scientologists, but a cult. I don't know anything about that. I don't know what that is. Does anybody else?
That
don't
is,
either.
That's not the Hillsong, is it?
I saw this. There
Yeah.
was I can't actually remember what group it was, but it was basically like a doomsday cult. There was a mother in there that killed 2 of her children.
Yeah, that
and-
was the
and she
blonde
found-
that remarried a man. She moved to Utah, left her kids. She went to Hawaii, got married. It was just on Dateline last week where she got her final hearing. But it was a mother who consciously disposed of her kids and tried to move on to a life, and completely, publicly, openly said she had no idea where they were, and but was consciously hiding the fact that she did bad things to her own children.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was
I was-
sentenced. She's
Yeah.
been she's been
She's-
done. And you know what? Nothing will ever like bring her kids back or anything.
No,
but
no.
it's one of those things. You're just like, how can a person be that vile? How? It's just ugh.
And
Yeah.
it was a religious-based situation. So
Yeah, that's just crazy.
yeah,
Wake Down Cat. I watch all your channels, but I must say Janis's stories are riveting. If you thought you knew a lot about Scientology like me, you were going to learn stuff from her. Love to you all.
Janis, I bet you're the one that drove Dave to drinking. With what you got, the goods you got on him, and how you, historically speaking, also.
But, you know, I will say this. I was told the stats had been going down internationally since 1990, and that is when I left.
There you go. Well, Janis, this one's for you from Jennifer Vick. Janis, is it hard to stop idolizing LRH because you left after he passed?
Hard to stop idolizing him?
That's what it said.
Do I idolize him?
Well, hold on. It's just asking the question. Is it hard to stop? I think the assumption is you did when you were in and working for him.
You know, I mean, I worked for him. There were things he did that I idolized. There's things he did that I didn't. There's times I would stand there listening to him and I'm like, really? No, that's not what happened. You know, it's
So is the answer no?
It is.
Oh, is
Huh?
the answer you don't feel like you idolized him to begin with? So the answer is sort of just a no because it's the false premise of the question?
Yeah. Well, you know, if I did idolize him, it was more because all the adults around me were treating him like as a god, and I'm listening to them praising him and going on how great he is. And then there'd be things going on in my head opposite, and then I'm like trying to put those thoughts away because I might get in trouble for those thoughts. It was a very mixed bag.
Yeah, I can imagine. Miss Kim, FYI, I have one of you on my tablet and on my phone because I can't see the chat on my Kindle. It's always off by 10 seconds no matter what. There's definitely a delay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I love that energy though. Absolutely.
I
Get
love
on
it.
all your devices, guys. Stream it everywhere.
I wonder if
Love
I was
it.
looking on her Apple Watch too. You know, that would be.
Brandy Mulvaney says, could a non-Scientology person do a Scientology? Yeah, I don't understand that. Does anyone have an idea of what this might mean?
Do Scientology? No,
All right, we're gonna have to move on to the next one. Sorry, I have to find one that
she
you
said
guys
I
can-
sent it after Janis and Mark's live this week. Oh, okay, that was a follow-up question.
Aaron, do you want me to read the next one? Your light is gone.
Yeah, go
Get
ahead.
lit. Get lit. Okay, I will show the next one. Here we go. This is Kat and Maggie. Thank you for the super chat. For Jackson, those circles for embroidery are called embroidery hoops. Just so
There you go.
know.
Yeah, and
There
that's
you go.
Kat and Maggie. That's the gal that's doing it. Yeah, sorry, I didn't. No intent to insult it. I was enamored.
No,
by
I
what
think
you
they're
showed me.
they're just educating you, much
Yeah.
like you educating me earlier. So awesome. I just hit 7K subs. Thank you very much.
Fajita
that is-
time. Is that a UK thing? Fajita time?
Well, not specifically. It's something I really like.
Wow, right on. That's such a Southern California thing, I gotta say. But okay, that's cool. 7K.
Emir is one of my lovely housemates. So thank you very much.
I am
Go
jelly,
to sleep.
Yeah, I'm jelly of that. That's incredible.
Okay, Aaron, you can resume. Go on. I got
They
you
have
back.
fajitas in the UK. I didn't know that.
Well, you can just make fajitas.
Yeah.
It's just a here. Come on.
I'm just being silly. Okay, degraded daughters of Dianetics. We have Alicia and Vanessa in the house. I wonder which one it is, though. Is it Vanessa or is it Alicia? You never know. Okay, thank you to our fairy godfather Jackson. You literally amplifying the voices of ex-Scientology kids.
Oh, that's Vanessa saying that. That's because I said it in the
go.
microphone. You're welcome. That's so awesome.
That's awesome. I'll tell you,
Fairy
for anyone starting
godfather, I love that.
for anyone starting a YouTube channel, I think priority number one is a good microphone. You can sacrifice a grainy image if you have a really good microphone. You're
The
set.
audio over the visual.
Okay, I'll handle it.
Oh, that's not a dig at you, Janis. That's okay.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I took a dig at him. He's now digging at me.
Well, I'll pull a card for you, Janis.
Okay, Cassie Isaac says, Janis, thank you for all your pictures and stories that you share with us. Do you use a lot of pictures in your videos, even your lives?
Oh yeah, we have a lot of photos we're showing.
That's awesome. You do have the best photos. Lathanda Grauklinger, hello from Germany. 2:30 a.m. here. I really enjoy all the new faces on Mondays. Love your content, Kelly. You are a legend in editing. Yes.
Thank you.
So like
Thanks
that SPTV intro that you use on your channel, and Mark has a different or a slightly different version of it. You edited that, right?
Yeah, so I made it after Space Cadet Brett did his, and I thought I got to do one of these. It is open for anyone to use. I've posted the download link under the video on my channel, so if any new channels pop up and you want to use that intro, you can. But I think I'm going to keep making new ones. I'm like, we need a Christmas one and a Halloween one, and there's going to be more intros. For
That's
sure.
so cool.
You got to get one with a fire engine and lights and sirens.
You gotta do it. Aaron, I think you need like a news broadcaster one. Like I do feel like you're like the news guy of the SPTV, I feel like that a cool little news bulletin one would be cool for you. But
that would be awesome. That would be so cool. Okay, the Scientology geek. Have any of you experienced burnout, however temporary, when it comes to your channels? How did you deal with it?
Not at all.
No, I'm still having fun.
Yeah. So I have at times hit that, and I'm trying to even remember like what the circumstances were. How do you deal with it? You stuff it down really deep and hard.
Pull its OWs.
I mean, the worst thing you can just do is you just take a few days off. I mean, honestly, but not like serious burnout. Not like because really you do this just because you want to. If you don't want to do it anymore, you can just stop doing it. It's not a big deal, But yeah, I like the question though. Oracle One, Hope Mike's okay. Have been worried for ages. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to do videos when you're coughing all the time. So just got to get that taken care of. Okay. Cassie says, ugh, spelled your name wrong. Janis, sorry about that.
No problem. Other people do it too. You're not the only one.
Yeah. Susie Q. Aaron, I can't match your $1,000 donation, but I will do $100.
Whoop, whoop.
Fantastic. And funnily enough, the longer it takes me to hit the goal, the more people will agree to match it. You know what I'm saying?
Sales pitch, yeah.
But I do hope to hit the goal pretty quickly. So anyway, that's awesome, Susie Q. Thank you so much.
What are you on at the moment? What are you on at the moment?
I'm just about to hit 160. And yeah, and Andrew Gold's been putting up some serious numbers. So I'm like, okay, well, it's a big target. It's a big goal. I think we can do it within 4 weeks, personally. I think we can do it within 4 weeks. So yeah, let's see. King Cobra 357 with 1,000 SEK. I don't know what that is, but I'm guessing it's about $100 US because of the red color here. Here's a donation to the coffers of good food and drinks. Well, here's to good food and drinks, everyone. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, you guys. You got any water? Oh, we all have water.
I've got
Let's
my
do
Yeti.
it.
Yeah.
Nice.
You got it.
Ah.
That's amazing. Where did that
Okay.
go?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know
Where's it
either.
go?
We can't see who gets anything, guys.
Yeah,
just so you know.
none of us can tell who sees it because we're watching the back end, not the front end.
Right.
Donna Dwyer says, wouldn't you consider what they did to Kelli as child abuse?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would consider it to be child abuse. Absolutely. Sarah S. Janis, I know you're Aussie, but you sound Bostonian.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Do you get
people say New York, the Bronx, Boston, you name it. But yes, I'm from Australia. I'm from a little sheep town called Euroa. And anyone in Australia knows that's Ned Kelly country in Victoria.
Nice. Why's it got to be Sheeptown though? What goes on there?
Well, it's all sheep farmers.
It's all sheep
Just
farmers.
sheep farms, yeah.
Very Australian thing.
Nice.
Sheep are Australian.
I know the New Zealanders love themselves some good sheep. Aren't there more sheep than humans in New Zealand? That's a fact.
I don't
that's a
know.
fact. Oh, see, I grew up in a cult and I still know that. There's
I
more
grew
sheep.
up in Colton, I don't know that.
I think that's in Ireland or something like that. I don't know.
No. It's.
I was born in a cult, but I know how many sheep there are.
Oh my, that's a good.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I know there's more sheep than humans in New Zealand. I know that. Okay, so Mary Sue Hubbard wanted to join the conversation. She says, re the W word. LRH became woke after Ian Smith kicked him out of Rhodesia.
That is funny.
I actually touched on the Rhodesia thing when I did my St. Hill video a week or so ago. Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Nice. Apostate Alex. Hello, Alex. Kelli, thoughts on Cassidy Jansen, Olivier? Is that Olivier or Oliver?
Olivier.
Olivier
Yeah,
award-winning
Olivier.
musical theater star, working in that industry whilst being part of the anti-LGBTQ plus Scientology. So who's Cassidy Jansen?
I have no idea who Cassidy Jansen is, to be honest. So my thoughts are probably not worth very much, Alex. Sorry about that. But if you're anti-LGBTQ and in the musical theater industry, then what the heck are you doing? So, that's my thoughts on it of the description.
Yeah.
But I don't know who that is. No.
There you go. Marilyn Honig. Shout out to Clearwater Chad for staying up 10 hours Friday night on a live stream and raised the total. Is that what he did?
Holy smokes.
I've been seeing mentions of him doing like a telethon thing, and I didn't actually know what it was referring to. Wow. Holy shit. Clearwater Chad, that's incredible.
That is.
Yeah, and Marilyn did one as well. I think it was with I think it was with like Poe on the Go and stuff. They did a load of them and they raised a bunch of money too. Everybody's on it. It's great.
That is so cool. Wow. Yeah. So I think when I say that Alex's whole thing did almost 3,000, a lot of that is probably because if I'm gonna guess, just because you'll see the notifications come in from the foundation PayPal account, you'll see the emails come in. I'm wondering if Clearwater Chad did his telethon thing like within 24 hours of Alex coming on my stream and hitting his 5,000 subscriber target. Do you guys know? Does anyone know? Okay.
No.
Sorry,
I'm guessing that's what happened. Very cool, Marilyn. Thanks for the comment there. Let's see. What is this? Cat AC/DC fan. Anybody not white, chat won't let me say the word. Wog? I mean, you can say Wog is chat won't let you can say Wog in the chat. You can say Wog.
Yeah, I swear I saw people saying it, I think.
Yeah. Oh, this is what the earlier reference to Dave's not here is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that is an episode. There was a knock at the door. Knock at the door. Who is it? It's Dave. Dave's not here. Anyways, it's just a play on two potheads thinking the cops are at the door and the cops are looking for Dave on the inside.
Oh,
so
that's
Dave's
funny.
not here. Okay. Sorry for the delayed understanding of that. Classic.
Okay, it's 9 o'clock. Ready
my
for our
God.
next giveaway, but let's do
Osa
one.
Smells like poo. I love.
Let's do one other thing here.
Steve-O, man.
Hey there, party people. Osa smells like poo. Kelli, talk Legos with us. Have you built any Scientology-based Lego scenes? Maybe the mob breaking David Miscavige's kneecaps or something.
Oh my God.
Well,
That guy is incredible.
There is some Scientology themed Lego coming soon. You'll have to stay tuned for that. But there's going to be some well-known characters, some people you know and love, all to be seen soon.
Don't forget to make the needed apple box for Dave to stand on.
Oh, there you go. And by the way, before we do our giveaway, Brett Grace chimed in with this. There are 5 million people in New Zealand and 25 million sheep.
There you go.
Whoa!
Boy,
Yep.
that's like, that's wow. Holy
Told you
smokes.
guys.
Some
They love
productive sheep.
themselves some sheep up there. You know what I'm
There's
saying?
a lot of, what do you call that? A solo 2D call it or something?
Okay. All right. The solo 2D assist.
2D assist.
Okay. So who's doing the next giveaway here?
Do you want me to do it, and maybe I'll try and get it right this time? I don't know.
Yeah, you do the click. You do the clickety clicky, and
Yep.
So again, we're gonna let him pick between. I mean, to be honest,
Yeah.
anyone can always pick between either a bobblehead or the book.
Yep. Bobblehead or a book. All right, get it going in the chat. This is the last one of the night. So if you want to win one, you are going to have to put your answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Nice.
Lillian Brown. Me, please.
Lillian Brown, you did it. So Lillian, email me at growingupinscientology@gmail.com. Let me know if you want a bobblehead or a book, and we'll get that out to you right away. I'll tell you what, guys, since we did start a little bit late, I do want to just I know it's late for Kelli, but let's just tackle the last few comments here, if you guys don't mind. Is that okay?
Yep,
We all
fine
good?
with me.
Okay, Kathy Mitchell with a super stick. Thank you very much. Bradley Tarnapole. Kelli, live forever. Pray
Oh my
for
God.
Oasis reunion. I don't understand.
Yeah.
What does this mean?
Supernova. right
Oasis
there.
is a
It's a band.
big band. Big
Oh, I
band
know
over here.
Oasis.
They did,
I
you know,
know.
they do Wonderwall. You know.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm a big Oasis fan. But what does the
Oh, cool.
comment
All
mean?
right. Live forever. No idea.
Oh.
No idea. I don't know.
Oh.
Live
Okay, so
forever. Live forever. Pray for Oasis reunion. I'm not sure. No idea.
All right. Well, thankfully, Brad.
I know
thank you, Bradley
Wonderwall. That's all I
Tarnopole.
got.
Okay, we have Valerie Boljak. Daybell are apostate Mormons.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Chad killed his wife. She killed her kids. Then they eloped 2 weeks after the wife's death. Oh my God.
That is a good summarization.
Wait a
right
minute.
there.
Awful.
That's what happened in a nutshell right there.
Yeah. Okay, so how come the only one that we've heard going away to prison, though, is her? I haven't heard anything about Chad.
Have to ask the networks about that. I don't
Okay.
know. Just because
All
it's
right.
the mother and her child is more of a attention getter than a,
Nice.
yeah.
All right. Batgoat says, Goldie put me down for 100. Hell yeah. Thank you,
Wow.
Batgoat. Fantastic. Ben Love says, Kelli, congratulations, Kelli, on 7K. I was born into a cult in New Zealand called Camp David or the God Squad. And as such, I appreciate your exposing of cults on your new series.
Thank you. I guess that means we hit it then. So thank you guys if you've subscribed on this stream. That's awesome. Camp David, I've not actually looked at that one, but I'll have to add it to my list. Yeah, there's so many out there. It's honestly crazy. Like there's thousands of them, thousands and thousands of little cults out there. So I hope by us sharing them all here, you know, I think people come to SPTV from other groups too, to kind of, you know, check out what
Absolutely.
we're doing and identifying with that. So yeah, it's super cool. Thank you.
That's awesome. Amy DeVore says, Aaron, Tony reported that Mueller said Vicky Podboreski wrote that some of the discovery was recently obtained, suggesting maybe not the previous team. Thoughts? I'm familiar with what was reported. I'm familiar with what was in the discovery file, and I do still think all the evidence indicates it was one of the earlier members of the previous defense teams. So, but we'll find out soon enough, Amy. Thank you for the super chat. Ms. Palo says, Aaron, you're pronouncing my name correctly. Yes.
Yeah, good call. Good job, Aaron.
Thank you, SPTV, one and all. Rock, and we love you. That is awesome. Okay, this one is going to be hard to pronounce. Lauren Murphy. Wow, I am from Tocumwal.
Janice.
Tocumwal.
I don't know how to pronounce it, but
Tocumwal.
I left when I was 10. But it's close to Euroa. So
you know how to say Euroa, though.
Yeah, I know how to say Euroa.
And you've heard of Tocumwal?
No, I haven't. But I will go look at it on a map. It's close.
I think it's Tocumwal.
It must be, right? There's no other way to say that.
Yeah, it's not.
I think it's.
There's plenty of ways to say it.
Yeah,
that's
right. Correct.
Clearwater Chad says June 26th, 9 p.m. Monday. I'm doing another chatathon for the Aftermath Foundation.
Dude, that is rocking.
Chatathon.
That's pretty cool.
Very, very cool. Kimberly Turner. Kelli, are you going to get a merch store too?
You know what? If we ever get to 10,000 subscribers, maybe I'll consider doing a merch store. But, you know, I have some ideas. Let's put it that way. But, you know, it's not... I just want to make some good videos. That's all I'm focused on at the minute. But if you guys want merch, you got to let me know what the vibes are.
Yeah.
So
I think everybody should do a merch store. It's surprisingly easy. I mean, I guess everything's relative, but Fourth Wall really does pretty much take care of everything. All right, let's see. The Scrapbooker says, "Hey, Janis, can we purchase your books directly from you?"
Yeah, I do sell them autographed directly from myself. You can email me at janisgillhamgrady@gmail.com to get them directly from me. Otherwise, you can get them on Amazon.
Very cool. And the last one that we have here, Ken Cole 19. Chad's trial is next year. That explains it. She was guilty. For
his wife's death also.
She was guilty for her too.
Yeah. I think she had something to do with his wife being offed.
Wow.
Yeah, just such a grotesque, messy thing.
For real, honestly. Well, guys, we made it a full 2 hours. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, thank you, Aaron.
It never feels like 2 hours. And Kelli, thank you for staying up so late.
that's all right. Do you know what? It does fly by. It's really weird, isn't it, when you're in it? It's just... Yeah, no, awesome to meet you two guys as well properly. Like, I've not met you all in person before, so it's been a good time. Thanks.
Well, Kelli and I'd never talked before until we were waiting for everybody else to come online.
I know.
There you go. There you go. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. Thanks to everyone, as always, who watches until the very end. And we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe right here. Bye.